Yes, folks, so game number 2 about to start. Yes, so as we were saying, game number 2 about to start. Bit of a hiccup here with a little technical problem we are sorting out. Autorama Gunners coming up against the Upsetters team. This is action coming out from Group A. Don't forget the action continues tomorrow. Once again, uprising matching skills with the Oilers. That's the first game. And then we have action in Group F once again. Moto 1 North Stars up against Game Over. And then the final game tomorrow evening, Charleville Super Kings versus Frontline. We have back-to-back games for Hustlers come Thursday, and also back-to-back games for Turbo New Edition Pacers on Friday. So a lot of action still to come in the preliminary stage of this tournament. And so the starting lineup here in this second encounter, Autorama Gunners, their starting lineup is as follows: Sahid Mohammed, Rishi Mana, Brandon Ramuta, Amit Jagannat, Sean Joseph, Navendra Kaulesa, Johan Serju, Daniel Mahabir, Avin Rampasad, Denanat Mahes, and Kevon Ramgari. Coming up against the Upsetters team in Brian Django, Steve Sukdev, Chan Mohammed, Roland Sampat, Verma Ramlochan Singh, Akash Ramlochan, Rajesh Lakan, Nizam Ram, Livon Django, Kishore Ramlochan, and the final man, Kumar Ramlochan Singh. So we expect a good contest in this final game here tonight. Still a nice crowd on hand as usual at the Furrows Recreation Ground. A bit on the small side, but yet still a good appreciative crowd as usual. So action about to start in a short while. And I'm sure people are asking questions concerning West Indies cricket about the bowling coach situation. So Curtly Ambrose being dismissed, being fired by the WICB and replaced by a guy by the name of Roddy Estwick. Don't know not much about him at all, but he was a former fast bowler for Barbados, a former bowling coach as well for Barbados Pride in the recently 4-day championship. And as this coach, as Simon said, they need a more technical coach, a technical bowling coach. So let's see how that will fan out with the West Indies team. My belief has always been we need to get a bowling coach from Pakistan or India. Those guys tend to get the ball to swing a lot on both sides of the pitch. Also, in my view, we need to get a coach from Australia for the batting. The Australians, they tend to bat deep into the overs. They tend to last long. They tend to focus a bit more in staying at the crease. They tend to have more staying power than the West Indies outfit. But that's how it is for now. We'll wait and see how this fan out, as I said. So backyard forwards, we see the Gunners team on the field. Upsetters, the opening pair already out in the middle. The umpires now making their way to their respective positions. Nice cool conditions as usual at the forwards recreation ground. So far we have been blessed to have excellent weather at this venue. So we start with this opening delivery. Spurring this one down the leg side. Umpire signals wide. So immediately upsetters opening their account to 1 for no loss. As we await the second delivery in this opening over. Nice breeze blowing across from the northeast trades. And his bowlers, man, coming in a bit late on that delivery. Wicket number 1 in the second ball of this opening over. 1 it is for the loss of a 1 wicket. So coming in at number 3, Lalchan. So Mahabir now, once again, looking for another breakthrough here. And his bowlers, man. Suddenly, he's on a hat-trick. 2 wickets, 2 deliveries in the opening over in this contest. Upsetters under some immediate problems here. So Nizam Ram coming in with already 2 wickets back in the dugout. Not good signs here at all for the upsetters team. Ram need to bat deep into the overs. They need to build a partnership here. They need to consolidate. With a little time to do, just a 7 over contest it is. The field is changing over for the left-hander Ram. Mahabir deciding to come around the wicket to him. As he opens the face, looking to guide that in direction of point. Chance of a run out. The throw coming in the wrong direction. Should have gone at the far end. His partner there racing down for the single. Ram was not alerted. His back was turned. And he had to scamper back and made it safe in the end. Bit of a nervousness stepping in here for the upsetters team. They need to keep calm. They need to keep their nerves. They need to focus. Already 2 wickets back in the dugout. Need to consolidate here and make some sort of recovery. This one, he opens the face. Again, looking to guide that one in the direction of backward point. Go straight to the man there at point. No chance of run. They really need to stay out here, this pair, and not to put much more pressure on the dugout. As the bowler there just stopping in his tracks. I'm just taking a stroll. Mahabir racing in once more with his tail up. Driving quietly in the direction of cover. Very watchfully there was Ram. Doing well to keep that out of the block hole as well. The score still kept on a 1-1 for the loss of 2 wickets. Mahabir sprinting in again, giving himself room. Was almost bowled there, pulling away, looking to give himself room to play that one through the cover region. Not a good shot there coming from Ram. Should have stayed his ground. Just pulling further away from that delivery, touching out just outside the off stump. And moving away to the left, moving away from the left-hander. Another good delivery there for Mahabir. Really fired up here now, you see. Mahabir. 5 men on the off, 4 on the on. Mahabir again. Again, coming forward and they're stroking it out quietly. Out to cover. Not putting any power in the shot. Good opening over there. Coming from Mahabir. Just 1 run for the loss of 2 wickets. Yes, we're back here live with the second and final game here tonight. Upsetters under some early pressure here. 2 early strikes in the previous over by Joseph. Mahabir. This is Joseph here now from the bottom end. This one stroke nicely out in the direction of mid wicket. They cause for a comfortable single. So Jagru, he is off the mark with that single. It's now still for the loss of 2 wickets. The field changing over to accommodate the left-hander Ram. Joseph again. And that delivery, curling and dipping a slow one. A lot of movement in the end of the pitch as well. The cross for 1. No ball signal coming from the umpire. Probably going over the waist. Touching down on the wicket. A bit too late there. And Joseph being punished there. So 2 more to the total. Brings down the right-hander Jagru. Jagru looking to work this one on the onside. Firing and missing is beaten outside the off stump. The ball just whistling past the outside edge. No run. Good line of delivery coming there from Joseph. Working this one nicely. Out in the deep. Out at square leg. That's 4 runs. Pitch on the pads. And played away nicely there. Flicking it. A lot of wrist work in that shot there. Coming from the right-hander Jagru. And picking up 4 good-looking runs indeed. Exactly what the doctor ordered for this team. Upsetters. Looking to recover here. And this one cracking it nicely outside the off stump. But straight to the field there at that deep cover boundary. Just a single taken. Nice flowing off drive there from the right-hander. Not getting the desired result you would have liked to get for that shot. Good textbook shot there coming from the right-hander. Just stroking it nicely with a full flow of the bat and picking up just a single. Ram now to receive. And Ram again giving himself room. Looking to essay a cover drive there. Makes no contact. The ball moving further away from the left-hander. A bit too far too as the umpire signals wide. Having a long look there. 1 more to the total. Umpire Cox and James doing this one. As this one Ram is beaten. Looking to play that trini onside. The ball just lobbing in front of him. Back along the track. Again, there is no run. Being kept down by some tight and accurate bowling here from the Gunners team. Autorama Gunners from the Sawa area. This one is beaten once again. That would run away. Looks like 4 runs, yes. 4 leg byes. Ram was beaten. So was the keeper and the man there at that short third man position. As that ball sped away on this flat and fast surface down to the boundary for 4. You over coming to a close there from Joseph. And at the end of over number 2, 14 for the loss of 2 wickets. The upsetters team batting first. So it's going to be Suju now being introduced into the attack from the top end. And looking to work this to the onside there. Probably coming off the boot. It goes out to mid wicket. The man from the boundary races in. The batsman crossing for one. It was a leg bite. Don't forget our boat ride. The Forward Sports Movement boat ride on the 1st of July. Get your tickets from Gary Cupido, Ken Cupido, and of course Mr. Cox. Doing duties out in the middle. Now at the square leg position. So get your tickets early. Boat ride on the 1st of July. The annual boat ride. Always an enjoyable one. And folks, get your tickets early. So Joe again, getting his man this time. That's a golden duck. Ram goes comprehensively bowled there, covering up, and the ball eluding him. So that's the end of the innings there for Ram, as he makes that lonely walk back to the dugout. More problems here for the upsetters team. 15 it is now for the loss of 3. So Brian Jangotis coming into bat now, coming at number 5, with his team really in some early trouble here. Autorama Gunners undermining the batting lineup so far, doing a good job as this one looking to pull to the onside there, making no contact. Soju moving in again. Looking to pull again to the onside. Django making no contact once again. Another dot ball. Was just a glimmer of hope there with that partnership being built there by Ram and his partner. For a while we thought we would see a partnership going. Again, another good over coming to a close here. This time by Serju. And at the end of that over is 15 for 3. The upsetters team batting first. So this is Ram Garib picking up the attack here from the bottom end. This one touching on just outside the off stump and cutting back sharply. Getting a lot of turn and some bounce off the wicket here. As we watch Ram Garib again. Another delivery outside the off stump, a bit too far. Has been called for wide. Just straying too much a bit outside the off stump. Ram Garib once more. Again, starting too far outside the off stump. Not able to come back as he would have liked to there, Ram Garib. Ball cutting back sharply, but not sharply enough. As this one is up in the air, fielder converging on it. Takes an easy catch. Another wicket goes down there. 4 now it is for the loss of 17. So the new batsman, Roland Sampat, a big name in cricket in Trinidad. One of the administrators in the Trinidad and Tobago Cricket Board, Roland Sampat. But this is a different Sampat. This is Sampat here from the upsetters team. And another wicket goes down. More disaster setting in here for the upsetters team. 5 down now for just 17 runs. As Duckman doing the necessaries and escorting his man back to the pavilion. So here back here live, 5 wickets. The half of the team already back in the dugout with just a meager 17 runs. We scored a low scoring game in this first game earlier this afternoon. Looks like it's going to repeat itself for the next low scoring affair as the umpire signals wide. One more to the total. This one is another big delivery there from the... As you watch Ram Garib again bowling some vicious deliveries. This one up in the air, coming off the body of the batsman. The fielder taking it on the first bounce. Really getting a lot of turn and movement in the air as well. Ram Notran getting problems here now. Facing up to another delivery there from Ram Garib. And this one getting the reverse nicely. Goes down to backward point and gets a boundary here to the joy of the spectators and the dugout. You've also coming to a close with the scoreboard now into the 20s. 22 for the loss of 5. So it's going to be Sampat. Sampat facing up to Ramota. The new bowler picking it up from the top end. And starting with a good delivery, a Yorker length delivery. A bit of a hesitation, it could be close. Really poor running between the wickets there, but luckily both batsmen escaping. There were 2 chances for runners on both sides of the pitch, at both ends. And in the end, they made this single very comfortably and safe. 23 for 5. We're not seeing any good communication between the wickets, good running between the wickets on this night here tonight. This one just pulling out of it at the last moment. The umpire signals wide. Touching on a bit too far outside the off stump. Ramoto again. This one pulling away, looking to spang that one through the cover region. The ball turning and bouncing away from the left-hander. Makes no contact. No run. And he's bowled him this time. A quicker delivery. One of a more flatter trajectory. So he finally goes. That's Ram Lochan. Bowled by Ramota. More problems here now. 24 it is for the loss of 6. This the upsetters team taking first strike. So the new batsman, Shah Mohammed. He will immediately take strike. Ramotal looking for another breakthrough here, no doubt for his team. And Mohammed, on the other hand, looking to keep him out. Starting outside the off stump. That one through to the keeper, getting the extra bounce there. Good bowling there from Ramota. No run added to the total. Still kept on 24 for 6. And this one is beaten. Just pulling away at the last moment. They having a shy at the wicket here. Making no contact. Yes, no, yes, no. And the end they decide against it. Would have been very chancy there had they looked to make the single. One delivery left in this over. Good opening over there coming from Ramota. And he's a beauty of a delivery, a peach of a delivery. Beating his man all ends up outside the off stump. Getting the one to curl and move away from the left-hander. And at the end of that great over, coming there from Ramota, the scoreboard now reads it's still 24 runs for the loss of 6 wickets. So Rishi Mana picking up the attack here from the bottom end as the field changes over. Again, you want to take this opportunity to thank our sponsors. And without their assistance, of course, from this cadre of good sponsors, whom we tremendously thank once again for promoting this game we love so much. This game we call cricket. Strictly FX, Digicel Play, 123 Print, Big Screens, the Ministry of Sports and Youth Affairs, the Sport Company of Trinidad and Tobago, Ricky Ragunan and group of companies. We also now thank Stag, Carib, Amstel Bright, Cutting Edge, Trinidad Fresh Juices, Turbo Energy Drink, Oasis Water, Flavor Right, also Johnny Walker, JLL Technologies, and Ultimate Events. And we really thank them sincerely to making this kind and committed decision to sponsor this tournament 2016. As this brings us back live here now. As Mana continue to bowl here, they scramble for a leg bye. The score moving up by the ones and sometimes the twos. The boundary is very difficult to come by. Not a good day at the office here so far for the upsetters team. Looking to work this one to the onside. Talk about get. And they get a single in the end. Leg by a signal again coming from the umpire. The scoreboard ticking, but ticking very slowly for the upsetters team. Still in the 20s, 27 for 6 wickets. Just over half the team already back in the dugout. Not a good batting display so far from the upsetters team. They have 1 over to go following this one. This is the penultimate over being bowled here. As we have a slight delay here. Probably the bowler shows giving away. Don't forget our cruise on the 1st of July. Usually a very exciting one. You can get your tickets from both Gary Kipado and Mr. Cox, who is doing duties as umpire here tonight. Also, too, you can get tickets from Gary Kipado, who is at the bar. We also want to give a shout out for all the people here plying their trade, selling their drinks, their nuts, and soups and what have you. We want to thank the crowd as well for giving them that support and patronage. Also a shout out to our good friend up on the right hand side, up in the eastern side here. Jamie, Stacy, and company for doing a brisk trade as usual every night here. So that's 4 more runs to the total. Wayward delivery. That one sprained down the leg side here from the bowler Mana. Making life a little easy here for the upsetters team. Really in need of some runs. Remember, it's just 1 over to go after this one. 32 now for the loss of 6 wickets. Gets bat on the ball, it goes out to mid wicket. They take a single. Boundary is very scarce in this inning so far. As this over from Mana finally coming to a close. The scoreboard now reads at 33 for the loss of 6 wickets. So it's going to be Brandon Ramuta to bowl the 7th and final over. Picking it up here from the top end. This one, he fires and misses. Coming a bit too late there. Beaten for pace outside the off. Some good start and delivery there from Brandon Ramuta. Quickly back to his mark. And this is a wayward one. Spraying that one down the legs. A chance of a run out. The throw comes in there from a fine leg, but it's not a good one. The batsman is home. Leg by signal coming from the umpire once again. So this is the left-hander now, Shah Mohammed. Firing wildly outside the off stump. It would be a wild. Pitch too far outside the off stump. One more to the total. Extras, probably the leading score so far in this innings. This one pitched just outside the off stump, moving further away from the right-hander. Getting that one to turn and jump, but it is called for another wide. 36 it is. For the loss of 6 wickets. Another good delivery this time, pulling that one away. Halfly stopped there by the fielder. They will cross for 2. So the umpire now makes a referral, yes, to the third umpire. It was a close one, trying to scrape into 2. So as we await the verdict, we hand you back over to the DJ for some songs. So another good delivery there coming from Ramuta. Keeping it tight, beating his man all ends up. So this certainly will turn out to be the second low scoring contest for the night. This one just out of reach of the bowler. They have a shy. It could be tight. It throw a bit too wide. And the scramble back phone thinking of 2. The throw coming in now at the far end. And this time he's gone. So just a single taken in that delivery. 38 now for the loss of 8 wickets. So back here with just 2 deliveries left. And his bowlers, man. That one moving in here. Moving into the left-hander. Played all over it. Another wicket going down here. 9 wickets down now for the loss for just 38 runs. Yeah, cutting away from me left. Them guys there. And they're so stupid, they're pulling away. Have to go and meet it. So we're back here live. We're just the last pair. The final delivery to go. 38 is the score. Trying to get to into the 40s. As this one is beaten. So that's the end of the innings there for the upsetters team. Yes, 38 runs for the loss of 9. So it should be an easy passage for the Autorama Gunners team. But as we say in cricket, anything is possible. Over to you, David. So opening the attack for the Upsetters team is Brian Django. And the opening pair, both Mana and Juggernaut. For Autorama Gunners, Juggernaut, he's at the non-strikers end. Mana, the left-hander. This is a wayward start here, very badly line delivery. Goes down to third man, makes a good pullback. And they just cross for one, so that's 2 more runs. 2 runs it is. Opening their account there, the Autorama Gunners, quite easily. Not really loosened up there, probably the bowler, Django. Defending a total of 84 and need to 38. Defending a total of 38. Need to be much tighter than this. Can't afford to give away much. So it's not really a good start here for this team as this one is pulled away. One bounce it going over the ropes. An expensive start here for the Upsetters team. Getting that one coming off the meat of the bat out at that vacant mid-wicket boundary there. So an aggressive start here by the Autorama team. 6 it is for no loss. Good strike there from the tall right-hander Juggernaut. That's Mana rather. And Mana driving nicely out to cover the fielder giving chase. Won't pull it back. That's 4 runs. So a flying start here for the Gunners team, looking to finish this one early here tonight. 10 for no loss. 2 boundaries and 2 no balls. So the field changing over now for the left-hander, Juggernaut. Sorry, that's Mana still. Still in the opening over here. Being bowled by Django, looking to paddle this one around the corner. That will run away for 4, another 4 wides. The left and right hand combination once again causing problems for some of the bowlers in this tournament so far. This is the usual thing around the world in cricket. 5 more to the total. So not really a good start for the Upsetters team. Not the kind of start I was looking for. This one pulled away. A diving effort there from the man at square leg. Got both hands to it. Was really a brilliant effort indeed. As is being applauded by his teammates out there. But overall, things not really looking good here for the Upsetters team. Just posting a meager 38 runs on the scoreboard. This one, he fires at it and misses. Probably the best delivery we've seen so far. Touching out just outside the off, someone cutting back nicely. Mana firing and missing, no run. Again, searching for that one. A beauty of a delivery, cutting his man in half there. The ball just whistling, passing the edge of the bat. Cutting back nicely and jumping a bit. Pulling this one, this time, timing it well. Out in the deep, lighting up the skies here is the right-hander man up and picking up a 7. Already 22. Still one delivery to go in this opening over. Going at a total of 39. Just over the halfway mark there. The Autorama Gunners team looking to make light work of this run. Says this one again, looking to repeat the shot. Makes no contact this time. Much better delivery there in the end. Coming from Django. And at the end of that over, going at a total of 39 for victory, is already 22 for the loss of 1. So it's Rajesh Lalchan picking up the attack here from the bottom end. Looking to pull this one through the onside. Playing and missing there, Juggernaut. The ball coming off the body, no run. Still on 22 without loss, 22 for no loss. So this one goes on to, out on the rooftop. That's a 7. It was short. And the left-hander Juggernaut getting in position very early. And dispatching that one over the square leg fence for 7. Juggernaut, the only man to make 100 in this tournament so far. He achieved that goal last year. Just 10 more runs for victory here for the Autorama Gunners team. This one going for a big reverse, firing and missing. Not making good contact. The ball trickling out on the onside. Not attempting to make the single. No ball signaled by the umpire. Into the 30s now. 30. Still for no loss. Thing is not looking good here for the upsetters team. Really having a bad day at the office here tonight. And this one goes a long way. That's a towering one. Goes a very long way out in the deep at square leg. 7 more to the total. And suddenly, just 2 runs now away from a victory for the Autorama Gunners team. So he's back here with Lalchan. And he's beat Nolens up. Much better delivery. Lining up that one nicely. Pitching around the middle. And cutting back away from the left-hander. Through to the keeper, no run. Lalchan again. And that's the end of the match. That signals the end of this game here tonight. It really was been a short afternoon here, ladies and gentlemen. Pulling that one out of the mid-wicket region for another 7. A comfortable victory in the end here for the Autorama Gunners team. Hard luck there for the upsetters bunch. No doubt they need to do some improvement in their batting especially. And as we close, don't forget more action starting tomorrow evening. Tomorrow is Wednesday the 18th. We have 3 exciting games. As we hand you over back to our in-house DJ David.